everyone. My name is Samriddhi Thakur, and I am a trainer from Yari Qualitech. So today I'll be taking your session on Eat Right Awareness. So this is supported by Herbalife Nutrition. And so let's begin this presentation and session then. So I guess you have all heard about there are many like some or by while cooking in the kitchen, something gets in the food, or the food product that we're using, it is not good, then it can make a case of food hazard, or we can fall into some sickness due to it. So eat safe is actually to ensure that where we are making food, where we're preparing food, is safe, it is hygienic, and it is clean. Promoting diet diversity and balanced diets, eliminating toxic industrial trans fats from food, reducing consumption of salt, sugar, and saturated fats, and promoting large scale fortification of staples to address micronutrient deficiencies. So, we all know that it is very important for us to have a balanced diet. That is, the food
Yeah.
that we're eating should contain all nutrients that we need. That is, carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, minerals, roughage, and fats. So it is very important that the food that we're eating, the diet we are taking is balanced, that we get all these nutrients in equal amounts. Eliminating trans fat. Trans fat is that, the fried foods that we eat, they contain trans fat, which is not good for our health. It can cause obesity issues, hypertension, and cholesterol issues also. So it is very important that the amount of trans fat from our food should be not minimum, it should be eliminated, so that it does not, affect our body in the future. Reducing the consumption of salt, sugar, and saturated fats, that is, the amount of salt and sugar that we use, because salt contains iodine and sugar contains sulfur. So if we take these minerals in more than what is required for our body, then it can, reaction that can be negative for our body growth. So it is important that the consumption of salt and sugar should be minimum. It should only be used during the, cooking of the food, and not, after cooking, and we are adding salt or sugar in our foods. That is not recommended and not required, because if we are putting salt after cooking the food, after it is prepared and everything, and before eating we are adding more, then can be harmful for our body. So we should reduce that. And promoting large scale fortification. So food fortification is basically, the addition of extra minerals or vitamins in the food to make it more nutritious, and also to, and when you are, not, these were the key themes. So how it now the question is that how we can utilize, or so there are six strategies, 6 steps that should be followed while
Company.
themes. First is that proper standards and codes of practices. That is, there should be a proper system and standards to see that how can, we can promote or implement eat safe, safe food, sustainable type of food, and also healthy food. There should be different practices, that how we are making the system, the SOPs, that are, the how we are making food, what are the practices, the hygienic practices, the type of materials, raw materials that we are using. Those practices should be, very strict and very stringent. Second is confident that, the food we are making is safe, it is good, it is the consumers would be very happy that we made that food. It would not cause any disease or sickness to them. But also it is very important to have your food tested, because you never know while cooking, they are every food material has its own properties. So what those properties go into, if we have put more ingredients into it, because of that, the food nutritional value gets changed. So it is important to have your food tested and also your water tested, the TDS, the quality of water, that it is potable, it is drink, it is on the parameters of drinking water or not. So it is important to have food tests and water tests, and also those testing laboratories should be NABL certified. Like, they are certified by NABL, because those are the certified laboratories which can do food tests and water tests and effective surveillance. That is the after getting the food tested, you should check the food, the reports very properly, that what are the parameters of your food, it is safe or not. And you should coordinate with the food testing lab technician, that if our food is safe or not, what are the parameters, and how can we reach to the proper, the standard parameters that are for any food or water test. And third is a strengthened compliance, enforcement, and emergency response. The SOPs that should be used, the proper materials being used, the hygienic and sanitary practices, the facility where you're preparing the food, the location, and everything. It should have proper compliance. It should be very strict. It should, there should be proper surveillance of that. You should have emergency response as well. Any emergency situation can happen. What to do, you should have a plan for that as well. The SOP for that is also very important. The fourth is strong culture of self compliance. That is, every person, every food handler who is handling food on a personal level, and everybody part of that system should have in their everyday thing, that they are following those systems very properly every day, every time they're making food. Even if it's a cleaning person, cleaning it every day, or making food, the chefs, or the the checking, the lab people, they should every day, like, they should have it in themselves, that they are checking the quality and the systems very properly. The fifth is promoting healthy diets and sustainability. You should always promote the organization or the institutions should always promote healthy diets. They should add different seasonal foods, fruits and vegetables, healthy way of eating, and also sustainability. That is, only those only quantity of food that can be eaten. And sixth is empowered consumers. You should also empower the consumers also, that what is healthy diet, how to eat safe, what is healthy food, and what is sustainable eating sustainably, right? So these are the six steps or six strategies that you should follow to implement these three key themes. So the strategy and action plan. So there are three strategies, that is the three initiatives, that is the supply side initiative, the demand side initiative, and the sustainability initiative. So the supply side initiatives is that first is the training and capacity building. The people who are handling food, on the like one on one with the food, who are in contact with the food, they should have proper training of how to handle food products. So the FOSTAC is actually a training system which actually trains those food handlers on how you can you know you know be in contact, or how to handle those food materials properly from the raw material till it is made and it is provided to the food to the consumers. So the benchmarking and certification schemes. So there are different schemes, that go for the inspections or the auditing. It is like Bhog. Bhog is actually a initiative for the temples. In temples, there are food being served every day, and also which is called bhandara or langar actually. The food that being served every day in the temples, in any religious place actually, and the prasad that is given. So in Bhog actually, those food and prasads are under that, and it is kept in mind that those food are also safe and safe, and they are not having any ill effect on the devotees' bodies, and also health. The eat right station, the and the hygienic rating. That is how the location and the premises of where you are food preparing, where the food preparation is going on. So how is the hygiene status of there? That is the hygiene rating. So different restaurants and catering establishments, meat shops, sweet shops, bakeries, and other retail shops go for hygiene ratings. So these are the supply side initiatives from where the food comes, right? Second is the demand side initiative. That is that the consumers basically, because the demand is from the consumer side. So what are the initiatives that can be taken for them? First is the building consumer awareness. It is very important that the consumers should be aware of what type of food they should consume, what type of food is good or bad for their health. So that is first is Eat Right Campus. So Eat Right Campus is that the campuses, the institutions, the universities, colleges, or the workplaces where food is being served to their employees or the students. What kind That Eat Right Campus comes in that. Sorry. Sorry. The So in Eat Right Campus, we actually takes initiatives and provides awareness to those institutions to provide safe, healthy, and nutritious food to their employees, to their students. Eat Right School is, in schools where, food is being served in lunch, and, the boarding schools and day boarding schools where, in lunch and dinner also food is being served. So that is, Eat Right School actually provides awareness to the schools that, the students are being provided with healthy food, because the younger people are the future of our country. So uh, it is very important that the food that is being served to them is healthy. Second is the is addressing adulteration. Adulteration is very evident in many food products. Any food product you can take, like milk or spices, or cereals, pulses, etc. They are being adulterated. So how can we get to know, that the food product is, adulterated? First is food safety on wheels. Actually, it is an initiative by FSSAI, where there are vans which actually have food safety personnel in them. The lab technicians and food safety people who let you know that the food that you have bought from the market, it is free from adulteration or not. Second is Dart Book. Dart Book is actually a book, where you can know that what kind of adulteration can happen in any food. like in milk or spices and oils also, cooking oil. Third is food safety magic box. These are magic box, as you would have understood that it has actually some set of tricks or experiments that we can do at our home to check if any food product that we have bought is having any adulteration or not. Third is enabling healthy choices. That is, the food that we are choosing. It is healthy. We should buy food that is healthy and not just for eating purpose. We can buying anything. First is food fortification. As I told you earlier that it is fortification is being done in food products to you know minimize the deficiency of micronutrients. So if you are buying products like milk, wheat flour, or cooking oils, it should be important that it has the sign of plus F. Plus F lets you know that it is fortified. It is also in salts as well. So if the food product has the sign of plus F, that is, it is fortified and it has those micronutrients, those vitamins, which we do not get from our diet on a daily basis. Second is reduction of salt, sugar, and fat. That salt and sugar and fat should be used only in the amount that is required for making the food, not more than that. And trans fat free, that is, we should avoid fried foods, like samosas and pakoras and puris and all. It should not, you can't like eliminate it like so fast, like if we are eating, like minimize it as much as we can, so that because trans fats give a very negative effect in future. So if we minimize those trans fat foods from now on, then in the future we can have a healthy life. The third is a sustainability initiative. Javik, those are the initiatives so that the food that is being grown, and it is not having a negative effect on our nature. So first is Javik Bharat. It is related to the growing of. It is related to the agriculture and the growing of crops. Save food, share food. That I have told you earlier that the food, if we are cooking food for a party and a large amount of food, it is saved. It is not being used right now, so we can give it to the poor people, or we can just donate it in the NGOs so that the food is not wasted. It is shared to the proper people, and it is the food is not wasted. Safe and sustainable packaging, food and beverage sector. Like I said, the packaging material should be safe. It should not react. It should be food grade quality. Food grade quality actually is that the quality of the packaging material should not react with the food. We have different kinds of foods are there. Beverages are there. Some fried food, ready to eat, basically, very important one because they are cooked. And different other food materials also. So those the packaging material used for those food products should be safe. It should not react with the food. Sustainable is that the packaging material that is used is not having a negative effect on the nature. And RUCO is a certification system which checks the quality of oil that is being used in the kitchens or in the manufacturing and the production areas. So it should be checked that the that TPC, that is total polar content of the oil is of the is on the parameter that is provided by FSSAI, and the RUCO checks that. And also the oil that is being used, it should not be used more than 3 times. If it is like very very important, then go for the third. time frying. Otherwise, don't go on the third time frying, because after getting too much cooked, or too much, the heat, when too much heat is being given to the oil for frying, then it can goes into a negative chemical reaction, for which is not healthy for our system. So these are the action plans that is followed for safe, healthy, and nutritious food and lifestyle. So we move forward to the Eat Right campus. That is the initiative by Eat Right India, where the campuses where food is being provided is healthy and safe, and it should have all the nutrition that is important for our body. So, in order to ensure safe, healthy, and sustainable food for all citizens, Eat Right India has taken a settings-based approach to specific programs for workplaces, schools, eating out, etc. Because it is important that we are not just eating food at our home, right? We are at our workplaces, we are at schools, we go out for eating. So everywhere that we go, where we go to eat, should be safe, healthy, and sustainable. So Eat Right India has taken this initiative of Eat Right Campus, where it goes for the approach of providing good food to the people. So for this Eat Right Campus, actually this awareness system, who can apply for this? This system, for that how which type of which kind of business actually those can apply for the Eat Right Campus awareness. So first is the institutions, then colleges, universities, hospitals. For the patients in hospitals, actually, this is being made, and for the people who are coming and going, for the doctors, nurses, and everybody working in the hospital. Jails, the uh, uh, jail inmates, the jail personnel, the people working in the jail. So they are also eating. So the food there should also be of it should be healthy. Tea estates and workplaces. So these are the kind of businesses, where food is being made every day, food is prepared and given to their employees and students. So these businesses, these systems can, apply for Eat Right Campus. So what are the benefits? You would be thinking that, okay, we just apply for Eat Right Campus, but what are the benefits of this system? So first is the safe, healthy, and sustainable food in the campus. If because a student is for the whole day at the campus, he or she can be eating at the mess, or in the canteens, or small shops that are set up in the campus. So they they would be eating, right? They are like for the whole day in the campus. So it is important that the food they are having, they're consuming, is safe, healthy, and sustainable, because that would reduce the illnesses, the diseases, the deficiencies, and those non-communicable diseases, like hypertension or obesity or diabetes or cholesterol problems in the people of the campus. This means less absenteeism and loss of working hours, and greater well-being, motivation, and productivity of people. So naturally, if the people in the campus, the students or the people working in the campus, if they would be eating healthy foods, they would be healthy. They would, they won't be, leaving, they not leaving, but they won't be, taking a leave from their work because of health issues, and there would be proper motivation. They would be every day bright and active, and they would work uh, like very in a positive way. So second is that this would also reduce the burden of healthcare costs for the workplace, institution, hospital, jail, or TSP. There are many health issues that people face, and right in right now time, it is anxiety, hypertension, and diabetes is like a very common issue, right? If we have a healthy lifestyle from an early stage, or no, from right now also, then we won't be falling sick. And then, on the institutions also, those healthcare costs, like, going for a checkup, or, something else, then those costs would be reduced. Those costs, would be reduced. All these factors would ultimately result in economic benefits to the campus. In addition, being recognized as an Eat Right campus would increase the prestige and brand value of the campus, making it attractive for prospective students, employees, etc. If your campus and any campus would be recognized as a Eat Right campus, that is, the food that is being provided is healthy, is safe, and it is, very nutritious, then it would have a level of, value and prestige, and respect in other campuses. Your campus, or the employees who would like to join the campus, they would be attracted to it, like, oh, like, the food that is being provided here is healthy, it is of good quality, it is nutritious. So it would also bring a positive image and a brand value to the campuses. Also, the last not the least benefit is that it would inspire other campuses also to promote healthy and nutritious food, because, one campus, another campus does it, then the other institutions would also see that they are following this system, and it is, very in a positive way, and it is advantageous for their institution, so they would also follow it, and it will result in the overall development of our country and the initiative that is taken by Eat Right India. So, what is the certification process to get the certificate of Eat Right campus? The image of your campus getting Eat Right campus image. So, what is the certification process? So, first is the enrollment. That, the campuses or the institutions that are going for Eat Right campus should first enroll them on Eat Right India site, or the FSSAI site, that we are going for the certification process. Second is that the self-assessment and or pre-audit. That is, that after enrolling, you should conduct a self-assessment of your working premises where the food is being prepared. That the parameters that are for the Eat Right campus. The parameters of the Eat Right campus, it is provided on their site, so you can go on their sites and you can just check that what are the parameters. So you can look into those parameters and check firstly on yourself, like having a self assessment, that if we are, following those parameters, we have those standards, that we are, can, get a certification of Eat Right campus. And third is the training, that, the people, the food handlers that are working, they should be trained. Not just food handlers, anybody who is in the contact of food, or preparing food, they should be trained, they should have proper training. So there are many consultants and, many organizations that, provide training for that, and especially these trainings. So our company, Yari Polytech, is also one of those, which is, like right now I'm giving you a training. It is not a training, it is an awareness session, but also our company provides training for this as well. So like this, there are many, organizations which provide trainings for that, so that, your food handlers are properly trained, that they have a knowledge that, what could be done or what they should be doing. Fourth is the final audit, that, when you're enrolled and they have, selected that yes, you can apply for it, and then they, some one auditor would come, and he or she, will audit your campus from the, cleanliness to the hygiene to this, the preparing area and everything, how you're doing it, and that those all along with the documents, there would be there would be a final audit of that. And final is the fifth, that is certification. Your certification will only be provided if it is, given a final approval by the auditor. The final audit, if it is approved that, the audit that was done, it was, the standards were, the campus was, you know, uh, following proper standards, proper systems, they were preparing healthy foods. So they can they if it is like final that yes, they are doing it properly, then the certification would be provided to them. So these are the certification process of Eat Right campus. So as I told you that the fifth uh, fourth actually, the fourth one was that the final audit. So what are the audit parameters? Because you have to firstly do your own audit yourself, then the final audit will take place. So it is very important to know what are the parameters for that audit. So first is Eat Safe, that the system, the compliance of making food safe food, it should follow the standards of schedule 4 of FSS Act 2006. This is a schedule of journal hygienic and sanitary parameters and practices for any food preparing institution or campus. So for the catering and retail outlets in the campus, it should be taken care of that the compliance is as per the standards of Schedule 4 of the FSS. Second is Eat Healthy. That is availability of healthy, local, seasonal, traditional, and fortified foods on campus, and limiting foods high in fat, sugar, and salt. That is, the food that is being provided in the campus. It should be healthy. It should, be non-toxic. It should be the local grown fruits and vegetables. The fruits and vegetables that are very popularly grown in your area. The seasonal foods, the traditional and the fortified, being with the sign of plus F. That type of food product should be used, and it should be available in the campus. And the campus where the food is being made, it should limit the foods which are high in fat, sugar, and salt, and also reduce the use of sugar and salt as well. Third is Eat Sustainable. Minimal use of plastic food packaging, reduction of food waste, repurposing of used cooking oil, and water conservation. That is, the packaging material, it should not be plastic one because it is not sustainable. It gives a negative effect, provides a negative effect on our nature. Food waste should be reduced, very very important. It should be kept in mind, the students or the employees that are taking food in the mess, they are not wasting it, they are eating only that quantity of food that they can eat. Repurposing of used cooking oil, that is, after using that, I've told you that the cooking oil should not be used more than 3 times, and after being used, like it should not be used. The amount that is left out, that cooking oil, it should be sent to the specific companies, or uh, those companies where these used cooking oils are being recycled or repurposed. So many organizations where the used cooking oil is recycled. So you should give them the used cooking oil that is left out in your organization. And water conservation, that is the drinking water, the potable water that is used. or the drinking water that are, kids are drinking, the employees are drinking, it should be saved, the taps are not running and everything, it should be kept in mind. And last is the build, last is build awareness. Uh, some type of activities, or some, like World Food Day, World Food Safety Day. These are some of the days that, some events you can take place, like, you can organize those events like Environment Day, Earth Day. These type of days you can organize in your campuses, and you can engage activities with the people there, so that they get aware, they get awareness of what is healthy eating, or we should save food, we should not waste food, save water, and like this, so that they know what is healthy lifestyle and having healthy eating lifestyle. So the audit parameters we are going deep and in depth with that. So first is eat safe. That like I have told you, the um, so safe and hygienic food, that is the food that is being prepared with, is according to the FSSAI schedule requirement. So standard should be according to the schedule 4 of the FSSAI, right? So if you should follow those requirements and standards for safe food. And this is actually a food safety display board. These are of different colors. For the catering and for the restaurant one, it is of the purple one. So here, these are the 12 rules that should be followed for, the preparing and the hygienic and safe sanitary practices of the food. So it should always be present in the food preparing area. That is on the top, as you can see this. Here, your license number should be mentioned, that the FSSAI license that is provided to you, it should be mentioned over here. And here, the company name, your organization's name should be present, and the contact details, that is your phone number, email address, or your address should be present here. So this should be present at your food preparing area, which is called food safety display board. It is important that it should be displayed there. Eat healthy. Eat healthy is that first is local, seasonal, and traditional foods. Fresh, seasonal, local fruits, vegetables, salads. Cooked, it should have fresh and seasonal fruits and vegetables. Locally grown fruits and vegetables would be very good. It is very beneficial. So this type of food, fruits and vegetables should be present. Whole grains, like cereals, pulses, it should be present. Dal, it should be present in the food that is, being served. It should be in the diet. Unpolished pulses. It is very important that, the pulses that we use, it should not be, polished, because, the polished ones are adulterated ones. They are not healthy. They can, make a person fall sick. And also local, regional, and traditional seasonal dishes. That is, in every state, in every region, there are, their traditional dishes, being made. So you can add those dishes also in your diet, because it can, it is, healthy. The people eating there, they are, accustomed to it. So those you can add in the balance in your diet. Healthy options. Apart from, the diet, other options that can be added in the campus is that healthy snack options like makhanas, nuts, puffed rice, etc. Like makhanas, nuts, that the dried dry fruits, you can add in your diet, like in the snacks, like in the evening, in the snacks in colleges and schools. These makhanas and nuts and puffed rice can be added in the food. Healthy beverage options, like coconut water, buttermilk, etc. Like in summers, like it is, we can get dehydrated. So, adding coconut water, like sugarcane juice, different juices, buttermilk, you can add those to, it is a very healthy option. And it would, provide variety also, and it would provide healthy and nutritious food also to the people consuming it. Third is include all food groups like cereals, dairy, fruits, and vegetables. In the diet, you should provide everything. It should not be just, you have made like chapati and you're providing salad and vegetable, that's it. No. You should have everything in, when you're providing the food, you're preparing the food, it should have cereals, it should have dairy products, fruits, vegetables, everything should be included in the diet. Third is use healthy cooking methods like steaming, boiling, roasting, grilling for food. Like boiling, these healthy methods can be used for food preparing. Use oil in rotation and avoid the reuse of oil that has been used for frying. Like use the oil again and again, not again and again, but for different, like for the veg it should be different, for the non-veg food product it should be different, but avoid the reuse of it. Like when it is like on the use, like it is on the heat right now, you can just use it and then use it again there and there only, not just put it like for some time and then you're using it again. No, don't do that. It can give it can give a negative impact on the health of the people who are eating that. So these are the healthy options you can add in the your regular diet. Third is limiting use of foods high in salt, fat, and sugar. That is, avoid vanaspati bakery shortening margarine that are used in the bakery thing. But the vanaspati, it should avoid those vanaspati for making your food, right? For preparing food. Limit the selling or serving of food high in fat, oil, sugar, and salt. That is, if you are making those type of foods, which have high fat or high oil, high sugar, then limit. If it is like in a one time in 2 weeks, it is. If it is like once in a week also, then it should be not much of what can I say, like it should not be much of the problem, but just limit the selling and serving of those, like for not like alternative days you're making fatty food, or don't do that. You should not like do that. It should limit it. Limit the use of sugar sweetened and or aerated beverages, like the cold drinks or the soft drinks. You should limit it in your campuses. It should not be used, or it should not be served even in the messes or in the campus canteens. Avoid putting salt, sugar, and pickle on food tables. Because I've told you, if we add salt or sugar on top of, after food is cooked, then, it can be unhealthy for the people eating it, and also pickle as well. So these three things, sugar, salt, and pickle, it should not be on the table where the people are eating food. It should be avoided to put it there. And limit the amount of salt, sugar, and oil while preparing and cooking food. Okay, so there are some there are some parameters that are provided by the FSSAI, where how much amount of salt, sugar, and oil should be used for preparing the food. You should know it, and only use that amount of sugar, salt or oil in preparing food also. Because if put too much salt or oil because you are making like a large amount of food, then it can also provide negative effect on our health. So this is the how to use salt, fat, and sugar. So fortified foods. So this is the sign of plus F, as you can see. So this is the sign of fortification, that is, fortified milk, oil, double fortified salt. It has double plus F. So uh, fortified rice and fortified wheat flour. So these are the products that are being fortified. So if you are consuming these products, you should keep in mind that it has the plus F sign, because not only the nutrients it has, but also they have different certain micronutrients as well, which is very good for health. And yes, so this is the fortified foods. So what are the vitamins, the micronutrients that are actually in the fortified foods? It is vitamin A, vitamin D, folic acid, that is B9, vitamin B12, iodine, and iron. These are the nutrients which are in these fortified products. And these all are, as you know, that these all vitamins and minerals are very important for our growth and for our health. So these foods are fortified with these micronutrients, so that the deficiencies in our systems is fulfilled by these fortified foods. Lifestyle. Healthy lifestyle is that the people who are working in the campus, and also the people who are preparing food, they should always be engaged in some physical activity, like meditation or exercises. It should be organized uh, on a day on a, like, once in a month or 2 times a month. Also you can organize meditation programs, meditation sessions, or exercise sessions, physical activity, so that their body is also fit, they are active. And if they're active, they're healthy, then the then they will work in a positive way. They are always active, and there would be a positive impact on the body. Provisions to promote well-being. Like I said, like, there should be provisions, there should be certain sessions in the organization for the people working, the food handlers that are working, and everybody, for them to be healthy, they to be active, and to be having a positive, and because of that, for after healthy lifestyle, they would have a positive approach in their working, and there won't be any health issues to them. And the third is eat sustainable. That is RUCO. That is the avoid reusing cooking oil. Like, the total polar compound is actually a system that is used, that check the parameter of the quality of oil. It should not be less than 25%. And maintain the record, always maintain the record of the used cooking oil disposal. Like, if when you're giving it to the certain organizations, and how much cooking oil is used cooking oil is being disposed. That is, if it is like 50 liters a day, or 40 liters a day, and how much it is, you should always have a record of that. And as I told you, like, used cooking oil is collected by authorized agencies. These are authorized agencies who take these used cooking oils. You should only give these used cooking oils to them only. So this is avoid reusing cooking oil. That is, use vegetable oils for frying, like, like sunflower oil, groundnut oil. And you should not use just one oil on a daily basis. You can use different oils also. Mustard oil, like I told you, sunflower oil or groundnut oil. You can use those. Use cooking oil only once for frying. Like, if you have put it one, if you're using the oil, it should only be you put it at once, not like on a timely basis. So these are some of the systems that you should follow for the sustainable food system, that is of using the oil. And second is no food waste. Always monitor the food waste daily, right? How much food is being wasted, and you should have a record and keep in check that how much food is being wasted. follow certain methods that you can reduce food waste. Like there's like should have some provisions or some systems that how you can reduce food waste in your organizations. And the food waste that food that is being wasted, it should be collected separately. It should not be in one dustbin with others. No, it or the bin should be different. It should be recycled, reused, or repurposed. Recycle is that you can convert it into compost, or you can reuse is that you can give it to the poor people or to the NGOs and share with those in need. Like I have told you, you can provide those like give those food that is wasted to those people. And the and last in sustainable food is that environment friendly initiatives. That is, you minimize the use of plastic packaging. That the plastic packaging should not be used because it is not good for our nature and it is non biodegradable. Second is organized waste collection drives. In the organization, you should provide awareness for that. Like we should not waste things. It should you should recycle, reuse the packaging, and how to collect waste. There are different bins for that. Those type of awareness sessions should be provided in the campus. Recycle and reuse water. There are different systems for recycling and reusing of water. So those should be practiced in the organization for sustainable systems. Build awareness. Awareness messages, like you can have a group made group where you can provide awareness messages, like how to have a healthy diet, how to have healthy lifestyle, have right food choices, etc. So those awareness messages, you can make that system. And second is important day celebrations. Like World Environment Day, World Food Safety Day, World Food Day. You can, organize different sessions on these days so that, the people in the campus, they are aware, they know what are these days, what are the significances of these days, and, how can affect our lives and our lifestyles in a different way. So, and the last in the building awareness is the engagement sessions. Uh, like you can, provide organized activities in that, like, demonstration of tests of common food adulterants. You can, uh, you can organize sessions and you can, invite some agencies, which provide, tests who can demonstrate tests of food adulterants. Those tests, they can be shown to the people, to the students in the campus, like they can know that how we can know if a certain food is adulterated or not. Those type of demonstrations can be organized in the campuses. Counseling sessions by nutritionists. It's very important that in the campus or wherever the working institutions are there, a nutritionist should be present or employed in the institutions, and he or she should provide counseling sessions for everyone, like what to eat, what not to eat, what are the healthy lifestyle, healthy systems that we can steps that we can follow in our lives to make our life to be healthy, to live a healthy life. Counseling sessions should be there. Health camps and checkups, like on a monthly basis, health camps, checkups should be there, should be organized in the campuses, so that the people, the employees, the students who are there, they get their checkups. Uh, they get to know they're healthy or not, if they're having any problems or not. Cleanliness drives. Cleanliness drives, like you know uh, different activities you can like poster making, or some competitions you can organize to you provide awareness for the cleanliness and the value of keeping our surroundings clean. Healthy cooking demos. You can organize these you can invite agencies and they can organize certain activities where they can know like what are the cooking methods that are healthy, how can we make healthy food at our homes, and also and different games and challenges as well. So these are some of the the plans and actions that we can put forward in our organizations, so that our facility, our campus is safe, it is hygienic, and also the food that we are providing is also safe, healthy, and nutritious. So thank you all for joining this session. I guess it would have been informative for you all. And thank you all for joining this Eat Right India awareness session.